better shake your booties for black girl nerds.
Hello, you guys. It was so sweet and just so tender. And I loved the two of you in it. It was very, very interesting to me. Before I saw it, I didn't watch any trailers. I was expecting something totally different until I saw the project. Beginning with you, Zoe, they say that opposites attract, and there's something to meeting your polar opposite. But in this case, it has its growing pains. What do you think is the biggest point of contention between aside from schedules? They're both different people, but aside from schedules.
Oh, I mean, honestly, it to me feels like many relationships. I know this appears to be like an extreme difference between the two, but lifestyles. But I mean, we've been talking about this, but I think the union of any two people is kind of miraculous. You know, like we all exist on different schedules and have our quirks and our opinions and our experiences, and they're all unique. So I think anytime two people come together, I'm like, wow, that's incredible. That is a lot of work and a lot of choosing to do that work. I don't think
for your character. No, you did. It is a lot of work because you're working within even a smaller pool per se of people to find that companion if you're looking in your alternate schedule. So, I mean, I think that's fair to say what you said. For your character, Gbenga, for Jordan, there's kind of like a fine line. He has to walk between guilt and gratitude as they kind of try to build this thing with each other. What is the fine line for him? Because his growing pains are a little bit different from hers in a sense.
Yeah, he finds someone that he really likes, and he told this person that he was open to like this caveat as far as their life, her life, and so on. But as it starts to wear on him, and the realities of what it is to date someone who has this syndrome like continue to pop up in his life, he does feel guilty that he's not happy with those things. They're bothering him. So which is real. I like that's the credit to the writing that they include aspects of like how a person would actually react, and then no one's a saint. And then after all that, who do you decide you're going to be in this relationship? Are you going to continue this relationship? So like walking that line is as you saw in the show, like it's not only is it easy, like at a certain point like it ends, because it wasn't successful, but then I think they realized what they had and decided to give it a go. So it's a line that a lot of people wouldn't choose to walk.
Mm-hmm. The same for you on the flip for you, Zoe, guilt and gratitude, happiness to have found your person or a person who could be that person, but bringing them into a very specific kind of curated life. What is the fine line for her as well?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think she needs someone with patience and empathy and understanding. And I think, Gbenga's character really brings that to her. And I think she also, you learn so much from any kind of love relationship. I feel like love really highlights your strengths and weaknesses as a person. And I think she realizes that she has to give a little in order to get to be a part of something this special, and that it is important to her and worth the effort.
Well, I enjoyed the both of you. This was such a sweet, tender story. It was so unique and so different. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Hello, you guys. You guys are together. That's so fun.
Right, yes, I did.
It's good to see the both of you. Love is so tricky, even for a new relationship, let alone a second time around. Sophie, for beginning with you for Elizabeth, why do you think it was easy or difficult for them to fall back together, given no matter the history of what they had together in the past, but just at that moment in their lives, why they were receptible?
I think you just, you have these slight shifts, and if you have a shift at the same time together, around about the same time, then I just felt it suddenly was possible. Something that was impossible even, say, 2 weeks before, suddenly at that moment when it happened, just seemed to, she was just ready at that moment to receive that love, I think. And also he had changed a bit, she had loosened up a bit, and that moment, just, they could have missed it, but they just got it, It
was beautiful. Tobias, for you, for Van, it seemed growth was a definite theme. Even though we don't know a ton of their past, we can see him taking these steps to be this man that she needs him to be, even if it's not going at the same, they're not going at the same pace per se. Why was he, do you think he was ready at that point?
I guess what I thought was that maybe he had been quite boyish, quite young when they were together before, maybe a bit juvenile, and that through the separation he'd had to basically grow up a bit, and that's the change in him that then maybe means that created some space for them to be able to start over and try again. When they, as we see in this episode.
For Sophie, back to Elizabeth, she's carrying a lot on her shoulders. As we get to learn, there's a lot that's happening for her. And they always say, you have to check on their strong friend because you don't know what they're going through. But she was able to kind of shed that and allow him to see a different sort of vulnerability for her. Is vulnerability, do you think, more difficult, easier when you have that past relationship, even if it comes with past hurt?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's kind of the only way through, really, isn't it? I mean, to let yourself be vulnerable. I think you're gonna, if you can be vulnerable with each other, the relationship's gonna be have a stronger base. So I think it's the only way through, really, for them at that point, especially when it's slightly later and there's different things you want out of a relationship and different. It has a different energy to when you're younger and you have different aspirations, and vulnerability is where it's at. That's what I'm going to say.
For sure. Tobias, when you look at Van, what are you most proud of with this character? He seemed like he had a very layered, arc from the beginning, from when we meet him into the end. And, he was amazing to see his growth just in that short amount of time. So what are you most proud of with him?
Oh, that's really nice to hear. What am I most proud of? I think, just in terms of our work together, what I really liked from watching it was a real sense of our history. And so that felt like a really layered, kind of rich, I really sort of believed the relationship, believed that it had, had a history, it had a, and we had to land that quite quickly. So I think that's really successful. And then, I guess some of the trickier stuff in the episode is the cancer diagnosis. And that's some of the material that Sophie and I wrestled with most and talked with John and Kieran most about getting the sort of tone of that right. How, didn't want, because obviously we don't, it's not the heart of the episode really, but you also want to be accurate about how we showed that.
Mm-hmm. It was lovely. It was my favorite episode of the whole series.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Don't
good.
tell the others, but we'll take that.
We won't tell anyone else.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time, both of you. Beautiful episode, beautiful work.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.